We're screwing this one up. When people ask me, oh, well, when you really want to lean out, maybe you got competition companies coming along or something like that. When you really want to lean out, what do? I'm like, all right, cool, you ready? I go to bed an hour earlier. Your body expends the most amount of energy when you are asleep. And especially when you set it up correctly, it runs on fat when you are asleep. So if you want to see your muscles more and you want to see more definition in through your abdomen or things like that, you need to focus on prepping for your sleep. Okay? You need to work hard during the day and tire yourself out and do things like that. And then you need to set yourself up. You need to calm yourself down the hour you're going to go to bed. You need to get away from the bright flickering lights and TVs and phones and everything else that's stimulating. Okay, you need to relax, listen to calm music. You can read a book, in preferably not super bright light. You can get some blue blocking glasses, things like that. But you need to calm your body down at the end of the day, not sit on the couch and zone out to what's on the TV, because it's going to stimulate your brain and it's not going to work. Okay? The other big parts is you do not want to be eating 3 or even 4 hours before you go to bed. Most days I eat my last meal at like 3, at the very latest 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay? And that is because if you have blood sugar, a high level of blood sugar and insulin running through your bloodstream when you go to bed, you're going to burn sugar while you're sleeping, not fat. And what's going to end up happening? When it runs out of sugar, it's going to go, wait a minute, what happened? We ran out of sugar. And so it's going to have to stimulate a blood sugar release, and to do that, it's going to release a hormone called cortisol, and it's going to wake you up. So all of you that wake up in the middle of the night and have a hard time going back to sleep, it's because you went to bed with too much sugar in your bloodstream and too much insulin in your bloodstream in the first place, which means there's too much going on. So we need to have a bigger gap between the time that you eat and the time that you go to bed, and your dinner needs to be a small meal. Once again, that is in every single diet book out there. Okay? Every single one. Have a small dinner. In all of them. You can't find one without it. Okay? So, and then go to bed and sleep. And even if you wake up early, especially initially, because some people go, well, if I go to bed at 8, I wake up at 4. Great, well then you can start that next day at 4 o'clock and let's go. But the big key is you're going to burn the most amount of energy and get the most physical repair between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. So my family goes to bed between 8 and 9 o'clock every single night. And that is one of the big reasons why we are healthy and fit and have lots of energy and don't carry a lot of excess body weight on us. All right? So those are our 5 principles. I'll review them one last time. Here we go. So number 1 is stay away from all the processed food. That is everywhere. All right? Stay away from it all. Eat real whole food that Mother Nature created. Meats, especially organ meats, and your eggs and your fish and your poultry and all that kind of good stuff. Widest variety, the healthiest you possibly can find. Go out of your way to get the best of the best of the best. All right? And then your fruits are great. Okay? Make sure they're nice and healthy and organic and ripe. Same thing with good vegetables. Same sort of thing there. Okay? Honey is really great in small amounts. A tablespoon a day is perfectly fine. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. It has tons of nutrients in it as well. And then if you're okay with dairy and things like that, raw whole dairy can be okay too. You have to pay attention though. That's like last. Notice I put them in order. So I put them in the order of the meats are first, then the fruits, then the vegetables, then a little bit of honey maybe, and then dairy maybe. Okay? So, but once again, I'm not talking cheese, processed. I'm talking whole dairy, I'm talking milk. It's whole raw milk. All right. So that's principle number 1, eat the real food. Principle number 2, every time you eat, you need to have some protein. Okay, got to be there. And I'm not talking protein in nuts and seeds and legumes. I'm talking protein in meat or eggs or fish or something like that. Okay, my breakfast this morning was a Paleo Valley beef stick and an apple. Okay, that was my breakfast this morning. So the third principle, okay, is don't overeat. When you put a certain amount of food, you put your piece of meat on your plate. Everything else that you're going to put on your plate should be roughly about equivalent to about that same amount or a little bit more in volume. Okay, not too much, but somewhere in that ballpark. Once again, you'll find that in just about pretty much every diet book out there. And that's what you should eat. Eat that, and then get up and go get yourself busy doing something else. All right? So that you don't go back and get more, because you don't need any more. All right? Go walk around, go do things, what have you, and experience that. Then, my principle number 4 is watch out for all of the things that people are going to tell you are healthy that are processed. Watch out for all of that, because it's everywhere, every time. Someone will walk in the door. Oh, let me show you this. I got this. These people say it's really healthy. And I'm like, it doesn't even follow principle number 1. It's in a freaking package. It's in a package. Throw it out. It's garbage. You don't want to eat that. Okay? It's processed. You want real food. That's it. So, whether it's dressing, whether it's whatever else. Okay? Because if you think you need it, it's because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with the real food. You eat the real food, you will be satisfied. It's going to take time. Most people are so addicted to carbohydrates and sugar, they have no concept. I can go days without food and feel perfectly fine. And it's because my body's not addicted to the carbohydrates and the sugar, because I don't eat the processed stuff hardly at all anymore. I've completely gotten away from it. Fruit and all that stuff is super sweet to me. Okay, so that's principle number 4. And then the big kicker on the tail end, which will really, really help, principle number 5, get to bed earlier. Get sleep. You're going to feel so much better. Your body's going to be able to recover. Your hormonal balance will improve tremendously from just getting sleep. It is the number 1 medicine. And once again, that is in almost every book that's out there. This is why people say, well, when are you going to write a book? There's tons of books. They all say the same damn thing. People read them over and over and over again. You are the person that has to step up. And if you want to be successful, you have to do it. And that's why you have to have your why as to why you do it. Because I get offered crap all the time. And I just say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm fine. So, because I stick to my 5 principles. All right, so that's enough of me going crazy, but it has to be done. Okay? I care about you all. I want you all to be super successful. I want everybody to be happy and healthy and fit like I am. Okay? And I want us all to, are you living a life, or are you fit enough to live the life that you love? Okay? Are you really fit enough to live the life that you love? Okay? I am. I love my life, and I'm fit enough to do everything that I really love in my life. And that's what I want for everybody. Okay? Everybody in the world. So, subscribe, ring the little bell, reach out to me when you got questions. You can text me. You can find me over on Instagram at MichaelFinn490. You can email me. You can do all those fun stuff. So you can download my ebook, which pretty much goes through a lot of this on my website, which is finfit.com. It's right here on my shirt. On all that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And I hope you all have a very happy and healthy day. And thank you for listening to me today, too. Bye-bye.